Smoothies shouldn't really be in mugs, should they?
Oh, we can discuss it live on air.
Well, we're live. Welcome. We're live.
What?
Hello.
Oh,
You caught a candid moment.
That was crazy.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Just booking something quickly.
What are you booking?
The gym.
Ah.
It will take 1 second. What's the
Do you have to
time?
book the gym in, or is that putting into your calendar? 'Cause you can rock up at any time, right?
No, you got to book a slot at this one.
Is this the Mile End one?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. There's always slots free, so it's all good.
How much do you have to pay a month for the Mile End gym? I might have to get on that.
You might get on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can come with me.
Is there any couples workouts we could do?
Sure. Well, you come with me and Elle. Yeah. We can do a thruple workout. Yeah. You do all the cuck exercises.
Well, so I'm.
You'll just do
masturbating.
really low weights and like. I think it's like 35, which is pretty good. But I'm going to change my membership
to make it
40. I think.
Would so include
Because mine is
back rubs.
Back rubs.
Is there a sauna at this place?
There is, but I've never been there, which is silly. I actually had a dream about a sauna last night. Maybe I should go today.
I love a sauna. Do you know that
Me
about
too.
me?
Yeah, I did. Who doesn't really? It's one of those
How
things that some
interesting.
people use as a big personality
Yeah,
trait.
it's an interesting bit of that'll be on my IMDb trivia.
Love the sauna. Maybe surprisingly.
I like a steam room.
Yeah,
I
I
love a sauna.
You know what's interesting?
Go for it.
I love a steam room and like a sauna.
Interesting.
Welcome to the Patreon, everyone. This is what you're paying for.
This is the yin
It's
and
like,
yang.
Oh wow! Yeah, you really
They just
get
complete each
all
other.
bases are covered in this world. No, it's about because you can do off-peak hours, which is what we can do.
Yeah.
Because I have a 9 to 5, but I can just go there in lunch,
Okay.
and you don't. You're not going to go. The peak hours would be like before 9 a.m. and after 5 p.m.
So when it's not peak, is it pretty chill?
It
Or is
depends.
it still quite busy?
It depends. If you go at 2:30, you're laughing.
Yeah. How long do you spend there? Because you're away for like 2 hours, but you're doing a 2-hour workout.
I was away for 2 hours because I did weights and then a cycle, and then I went to Lidl.
So how long were you doing weights for?
An hour most of the
How
time.
long? Hour of weights
Yeah, pretty much.
and then an hour of cycling.
No, then
Okay, the cycling's within
then
the hour.
cycling. No. Then cycle. Then I'll do. I don't do this every day. This is a more
On
high
the bike
intensity.
machine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I did that for about half an hour and then
Yeah.
went to Lidl. So that's
Yeah.
why it was 2 hours.
And are you up? Because we did tease it and we didn't never came through on it. Are you up for one Patreon doing Bloggalates with me?
Yeah,
So
obviously.
it's a 15-minute
yeah.
workout.
Well, you said that you'd put me to shame,
Well, I don't know.
and I'm not entirely sure that's true. But
Well,
I'm
we'll
willing
see.
to put some
You're not
money
allowed
on
to
it.
drop your arm
Great.
for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
suppose it's kind of muscular endurance that I haven't necessarily tested.
We'll
but
see. We'll see.
We'll see. No, I'm absolutely up for doing that.
Yeah,
I think that would get a lot of people coming onto the Patreon.
I think so. I think so too.
So, smoothie and mug.
Yeah, it upsets me when you put a smoothie in a mug. It's not the right container. It's
bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
We, however, have smashed all of the relevant containers to have it
exactly.
in. Then they're all. It's gross.
We're sort of heading towards Fall of Rome
Yeah.
territory.
Well, it's because we're not going to be here for long.
We're not
I
gonna be
don't
here
think we
for
should
long.
bring that up yet. That's actually a different discussion, really.
I said, yeah, we'd have to sort of broach that we will probably, or definitely be moving studios.
Well, you're broaching this now, which is
Which, I know that a lot of people have really strict routines. And so
Yeah.
anything that breaks their routine, it might
a
send
couple of
them
people are
into
going
a
to
manic
kill
episode.
themselves. And it's just like, can you not? We're still going to do it. Just don't in a different place.
Yeah, but when you're heading towards that period, it does just become Fall of Rome. It's like whatever, drinking
Yeah.
out of a shoe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, all of the nice
Yeah.
small glasses that we have gone.
Gone.
Pretty much. So mug it is for
Mug
this
it
guy.
is.
Plus, it's the perfect amount for the smoothie. You don't want to have too much. That's what people fall into the trap of.
And something that annoys me about your smoothies as well is
Yep,
that
thought it-
you drink and chew, which
Yeah, that's not
that makes me
nice at all.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Because
I
you're not
absolutely-
really, make your mind up.
No, I absolutely agree. That would make me uncomfortable too. I have caught myself doing it. I'm trying to stop. Well, no, it's because there's these. I get.
I
This,
understand why.
yeah, but there's these little things. I've got like this berry mix.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like that's loads of those in my mouth.
So I thought you were allergic to fruit. What
I kind of
happened?
am.
But you just
I'm
just love
forcing
the stuff.
myself. So the amount, I think it's a mix between being a bit allergic, but then because I'm a bit allergic, hardly ever having it, and that's made me more allergic. So I've kind of done a exposure therapy thing where I've just had it, and like my nose itches a bit now. Drinking
Because
this.
of the
because of
and it
fruit
does
in
it every
general.
day
Yeah, a little bit, but it's so much better. Like it's kind of
because
fine.
you've forced yourself.
I forced myself to have it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, that's good. So because you like fruit.
I like it. I like it when it's blended.
Okay.
I don't really like the idea of biting into a banana.
Sure. I think a lot of the stuff we talk about now is I will just send you TikToks just so that we can talk about them on the podcast. So there was a video from Take That. I don't know where they're performing.
Yeah.
Which made me think that I didn't understand what Take That was. And this
I
is
feel like we either have to point people to where the video is or put it up.
Yeah.
Which one? It's your choice.
Well, I'm not going to put it up.
Yeah, there it is.
Well,
Post the link in the Patreon.
It's gone sort of viral.
Post the link in the Patreon thing. That's a simple way to do it.
Now, do you want to describe what you're seeing, Andrew?
So it's Take That without
Yeah.
Robbie Williams, obviously, and then they go into this. Well, I suppose it could be called a dance routine, but
Yeah.
I honestly see better choreographed dancing in the Amateur Dramatic Musical Theatre game.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're not even that synchronized. It looks like Gary's come up with the choreography, and none of them can execute it in any way.
Yeah.
It's actually some of the worst on-stage dancing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I guess what I thought is I didn't really understand what Take That was, but now I don't think I understand. So one of them's wearing bright yellow, one of them's wearing bright blue, and they're doing this very like sort of children's TV presenter sort of like it's like Art Attack sort of dance routines, and it just made me think I didn't really.
What did you think Take That was?
I thought they were sort of more in the like Westlife,
boy band,
the boy band, but that
children's entertainment.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. I guess I saw them more with like a low-rise V-neck and like necklaces.
Now,
and kind of like pouting on a stool, as opposed to this kind of goofy ass
Absolutely
shit.
agreed, and I think they're both.
Do you think it's a pivot?
And I think it's a natural consequence of aging.
Sure.
So they know what they are now.
Okay.
I think to have the spotlights and the stools and the pouting, you have to have a level of confidence in your cultural significance.
Yes.
Take That had some cultural significance at one point. There would be, hordes of screaming fans. They'll still have the hordes, but they're all in menopause now.
Yeah, that's their kind of key demo, right?
menopause will win 'em,
Gary
of course.
Barlow still kills it with mums.
Absolutely still kills it with mums. But then he knows, like, to have that pout, you know what you are.
Yeah.
And I think they've accepted what they are, and they're a bit of fun now. They're not.
It's camp. They've camped it up.
They're doing their greatest hits tours.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fucking. I mean, you could do better than that. And maybe just have a bit of choreographed outfits.
Yeah.
I don't like the different. The horrible mix of colours.
And do you know the other two?
Mark Williams.
No, but would you know anything distinct about their personalities or anything? Would you know what they sound like?
Yeah,
like,
Northern.
Yeah. Okay.
Mark Williams.
Okay.
I think it's his name.
Because there's Barlow, and it's funny it's sort of like the other guys in Oasis. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's technically a band, but who the fuck are these other guys? There's
Owens something Owens. Mark Owens. I don't know.
What in Oasis?
No. Take that.
Okay. Yeah.
No, but they are. Yeah. Well, Robbie, what's he doing? Don't know.
We did that doc. You watched the documentary,
I
right?
didn't watch it. No.
No,
I forgot to watch it.
It's the same as.
Too many documentaries as well at the moment, and too quickly after the event.
Well, documentaries used to be only for smart people. Now they're only for thick people.
Wow. Do you want to say that into the camera?
Yeah, I do. I do want to say it to the camera.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
It used to be only fucking nerds would watch it, and now
True.
it's like the most mainstream. It's number one on Netflix.
Yeah. Why you going against the true crime thing? Wow.
Wow.
That's not.
And I also think Taylor Swift is overrated.
What?
Yeah.
And Britney should be locked up.
Well, that's actually quite controversial.
Oh, they're all controversial. They're all the same. So I went with yours, and
but mine are mainstream takes that are not hot takes at all. I think locking up Britney is quite a hot
I
take.
thought we were doing piss off the most people as possible.
Oh, right. No.
Like hate Taylor Swift.
No, we weren't. So, Coachella, Grimes. I only saw a clip of Grimes' set, which was really cool, which was like 40 seconds. I was like, damn, this girl's cool.
Why did you see that?
Well, it was a thing of like two robots fighting over the earth.
You thought that was Grimes?
It has to be Grimes.
Why?
What happened to Grimes' set that you said was...
So, it was like the biggest disaster ever, really.
Wow.
Worse
than 9/11.
Remember Hindenburg?
Yeah.
Worse than that.
Wow.
So, no, she was doing a DJ set, and it was...
Sorry. I'm listening. I'm just gonna...
No, play some if you can, because I've actually yet to find an example of the music.
Yeah. Grimes, just go on.
So what happened was the set was so bad she had to stop the DJing and get on there, apologize, and explain what was happening.
Oh, okay.
So basically, when she loaded her songs, her tempo's like doubled.
So like that's what I'm talking about.
What?
So maybe that was her non-DJ set. That was her just a normal set.
I think there was a normal set.
Yeah, the normal set looked cool.
Yeah, I think that someone's DJing
Yeah.
for her there.
Okay, because that just looks mad.
But she did a DJ set.
Oh, and the okay. And
And
what?
it was like, so imagine being at Coachella.
I'm there.
You're there. No,
Yeah.
imagine it.
Yeah.
Physicalize it.
Yeah, I'm there.
Great. Great physicalizing. Shut your eyes. Is that what you do at Coachella?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I like it.
Ooh.
Yeah, not audit. Not just. Ooh, that's what music festivals just are. People. Ooh. So, imagine it there, big crowd, DJ set going on,
Yeah.
and so imagine it's just like nothing's working.
Yeah.
You know what it sounds like when you like increase a song double speed.
Yeah.
That's what was happening
Okay.
at Coachella, because like when she loaded her songs, it basically there's this thing that can happen sometimes
Yeah.
with a glitch of a tempo. That meant she had to basically stop in the middle of the set
Yeah.
and apologize for what was going on.
Yeah.
Because imagine just hearing, and that means you can't mix it.
Oh, fuck.
So it's just
So
fucking
then she just
carnage.
left with.
I don't know what annoyingly I haven't heard.
Yeah.
I've heard the apology thing loads, but I haven't actually heard an actual clip from the thing. But it would be genuine. It would sound like if you went and DJ'd. That's how it would sound.
Hold on.
Here we go.
I sense an insult here, but I can't work out where it was.
Now there is no insult. It would be that you don't know. You've never tried to.
Okay,
You have
it
no
just
skill at it,
Well, that sounds like an insult.
and you haven't got the best rhythmic ability.
Well, there we go. You just doubled up on an insult.
Double up.
So you're
Double
saying
down.
it sounds the most disastrous Coachella set.
No. This ever happened to the world.
Yeah.
Is akin
Sounds
to what
like
it'd be like
if
if you did.
I
it. If you were in
DJ.
charge. Yeah. If you're in charge. No, it would, because you have no idea about what the controls are. When I say you, it could be anyone that's just who's never
What,
done
so
it before.
is it me? I have to go up there.
Yeah.
And
Cold.
I found out 5 seconds before.
5 seconds before.
Yeah.
That's what it would sound like.
I guess I'd try and touch as little few buttons as possible. I'd press the big green one that says play, and then I'd.
What are you going to do when that song finishes?
Well, I assume that there's another one.
No, there isn't. You've got to.
You have to log them up
Yeah.
during the set.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be some of them will be loaded onto the machine, right?
Yeah, they're all
And then
loaded. They're all
pick-
loaded onto the machine.
I will pick random ones, and they'll probably be all right.
And then you've got to try it. It would be like if you were trying to mix them there.
Well, I'd do 10-second fade, like on Spotify. That would be the kind of. It wouldn't be great mixing, no, but they would go into each other.
Yeah.
Or I'd wait for one to stop.
I guess if you. Yeah, but you've got to know how to do that.
I'd wait for one to completely stop, and then I'd have like a minute of going, oh, shit.
Exactly, but you've got to know. You don't.
Right. 1 second. Okay. And then I press play, and the next
Do you
one
not see how
starts.
that can be considered maybe the most disastrous Coachella set ever?
After the end of every song, there's at least a minute of me going.
And the songs don't match at all. You are proving my point. But in some ways you're right as well, is because like she would be trying to match them, and which meant that songs, were clashing together. Which if you're just going to go for the 10-second fade out, then you're laughing.
Now, I recently got back into Grimes. What are your thoughts?
No. I'm not dissing
She's an interesting artiste of the modern age, I'd say.
Right.
Because she certainly was dealing with AI and the sort of aesthetics of what will become more mainstream way before anyone else. Like 3-4 years ago, she was using a lot of this sort of like AI hyper reality stuff.
Hyper robotic.
But she's interesting 'cause she was on a Twitch stream with this like left-wing streamer called Hassan Anabi. And it was interesting to see her. She is like a pure creative where she just doesn't think at all. She doesn't think too much politically.
Yeah.
She is just going off vibrations.
Yeah.
And that's why her stuff looks like that. But it's weird that she was with Elon Musk. It's such a...
It was really weird. They've got a kid.
Yeah, they got a kid. X-Wing.
X-Wing, then Aqua.
But now she clearly has a lot of money from the divorce settlement. So she is doing some mad stuff.
Elon's got bank, hasn't he? He's got money, hasn't he?
Richest man in the world, I think.
No, Basie.
Yes. That's true.
Jeffy BB.
And so with that divorce settlement, and maybe that was part of it,
Yeah.
to have like an artist as creative as her be like a billionaire
that's actually terrifying.
Well, I guess it's like Kanye, a similar thing. But then Kanye
True.
keeps seeming to lose his money.
But
I don't
Kanye
he's
loves the
constantly
business
bankrupt.
side,
Yeah.
business side of it though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Whereas Grimes
and she
is
wants
more
to
like-
focus on the fucking. But
But
now
I don't think she can focus on the business side of things.
No, but she's divorced. She's got
Yeah,
got
that's what
2
I'm saying.
bills. She's
That's what I'm
got
saying.
probably a couple of bills.
Which
So
is
she
almost
came-
scary.
She came on this machine that I'd never seen before
Where?
on Coachella, but it seemed like it was just her going around the festival, and it was a sort of Star Wars-esque machine, which was this like. It was like a 4-legged robot.
Just going round a festival with.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
And that's but I don't know, if you got billionaires, it's kind of better than Mark Zuckerberg wearing the same t-shirt every day and going, hello, people. You kind of, there's something, you want somebody
At least you want to
custom making a...
You often don't see the results of having that much money because
does that actually look like?
they're putting them away in different shell companies and different investments. Whereas if someone just like who's got no business acumen, no idea how they should spend or save it,
Yeah.
just fucking spend it on technology,
Yeah,
and like
and
weird
weird shit,
outfits
yeah.
and weird shit. That is
There's
fun.
something to that, right?
No, there
'Cause you
is.
got Warren
I'm more
Buffett.
thinking if I was walking around that festival.
You got Warren Buffett, who's one of the richest guys ever, who's his whole thing is he's just great at stocks, right?
Yeah.
And so he just wears a suit and
Yeah.
tells people how. But I've never seen anything
That's true.
super rich about him apart from he wears like a suit and knows about stocks.
And then Grimes gets a divorce settlement.
Exactly. I want to see
Yeah, that's
Warren.
true.
I want to see Warren Buffett in one of those fucking outfits,
Yeah.
head to toe,
I
looking like Lady
suppose
Gaga.
Elon's doing his whole space thing, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's what I've always said about Elon. At least he's spicing
Yeah.
up a little bit more.
He
At
is,
least
yeah.
there's like a little bit.
Wants to go to Mars.
I guess Bezos has got like the biggest yacht in the world,
Has he?
and he's sending rockets up.
Well, he's been up there, hasn't
Yeah. Oh, he
Remember
wore
the
a
cowboy
cowboy
hat?
hat. So I guess there's a little bit of that.
he? Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm more thinking from the perspective of the festival goers. If you've got the Grimes and this massive, I imagine just screaming and running away. You can't just walk around,
She's like
go up to the
Godzilla.
burrito stand, in a fucking thing.
yeah, and knocking it over when you're finished
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it.
Well, the
It's
hands
like-
crushing the burrito.
It's like a transformer.
Yeah.
There's something cool about that.
That
But
no one
I would
wants.
get on that Grimes hype. I mean,
What
it's
would you
probably
buy?
the most. It's probably the most neurodivergent. She's like neurodivergent. Well, they're the neurodivergent
She
power
and
couple.
NDQ.
Yeah.
Neurodivergent queen.
She really is. So her and Elon are like, they're like weaponized autism, sort of.
Yeah.
Or like not even autism. I don't know what they've got, but it's like they're some of the least neurotypical people I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Elon's packing heat somewhere.
He really
you
is.
can see in the eyes.
Yeah.
It's in the eyes. I don't know much about Grimes at all.
But
to be
then
honest.
you listen to Grimes on this stream. She's just so scatty and
Hmm.
clearly is just one of these like creative people who it's just piling vibrations on and not thinking about it, which is like
Hmm.
I guess is a big part of art. And you shouldn't. I guess part of it is like you shouldn't expect your artist to be politically accurate necessarily.
Some. Yeah.
Some of them are just vibe.
I guess pure
vibe
creativity.
sluts,
Yeah,
you
pure
know?
creativity, not letting thought get in the way of creation.
Yeah.
But, sometimes that can be bad.
It is. Well, Kanye seems to be quite similar to Grimes in the way he creates, but then he's just very mouthy politically. And that's why when she was on this communist stream and she just kept saying she's not a politician and, seemed to have no real reflection or thing on the fact that,
opinions on things.
that
Because
she's
that's not her.
Yeah.
That's not something she. Well, I guess.
So the fact that she's with
what do you
Elon
think is
Musk.
also a PR thing?
What's a PR thing? The Elon Musk.
No, being apolitical. Because there's also a chance her team are going, don't do politics.
I genuinely think that she just shoots from the hip creatively.
Yeah, maybe.
But then she lived in like
gotta have an opinion,
she lived in like a crack house for like 3 years in Canada, and she
Yeah.
had some, So it
she's
is
fair.
interesting seeing someone then become a billionaire.
But that's what's funny about this next election for the US is that it's a tough one for like artists and celebrities because you don't really want to come out in favour of either.
Yeah, well, because I guess. But when was the last time you had like? Because you had like Obama, where it was cool. You had Beyonce coming out, and that was
But
like
anyone
cool.
anti-Trump was cool. Last time, it was always Hillary over Trump, and it was always Biden
Yeah, I
over
guess
Trump.
so.
Whereas now Biden's like a skeleton man.
Yeah.
Now it's a bit like, well, he's shit as well.
Well, what about Grimes comes out riding like a Biden skeleton like machine? It's
Yeah.
like
with like a Trump helmet
yeah.
on.
Well, if I was Biden, I was trying to like re-establish kind of like a cool
You bring
factor.
Grimes on the team.
Well, yeah, I would kind of get Biden to play into the
Vice Pres.
skeleton. What, Vice Pres Grimes?
Yeah, VP Grime, VPG.
Or what about First Lady Grimes?
FLG.
Yeah, because then she gets to read.
Yeah,
She gets to
rid of Jill.
redo. She gets to redo the White House. Oh, fucking amazing.
Well, then you've got access to a lot of money for like, I don't know, projects and
Exactly,
charitable
artistic,
things. She would
creative.
I'd love to see what she'd do with it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what she'd do with the place. Be
The
a weird,
plate.
yeah.
Imagine.
Be a weird one for the next president to move into.
With their like old white woman wife.
Yeah,
They're
FPG. FPG.
But then
FPG
I
or
think
VPG?
she'd restyle.
FLG. Oh.
She'd restyle Biden, I think, or at least this is what I would do if I was Grimes, who was.
And in many
Biden's
ways
first-
you are.
Yeah, Well, this is if I was Grimes, who was Biden's first lady. I would get him to sort of play up. Skeletons are actually cool if you play with them right. They're
True.
emo. They're goth.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have him sort of like Night Before Christmas sort of skeleton
Day of the
vibe.
Dead kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just more like it's
Cinco de Mayo.
flames. Yeah. So he's playing up the fact that he's old. He's like, I'm literally a skeleton. You're being ruled by a skeleton up there, and he's got like a triple guitar.
Big black makeup. Yeah, with a skeleton guitar, a bit like Guitar Hero aesthetics.
Yeah.
And you have like smoke, like big top hat on. You do like a Slash kind of thing. Maybe Slash is the VP.
Yeah.
And Grimes is the first lady.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Because then you've if anyone says that he's old, it's like, yeah,
Like,
dude,
yeah,
he's
and he
literally
owns
a
it.
fucking
Yeah,
dead.
but he's dead, man. He's basically dead. That's good. He's basically fucking dead. Yeah, that's good. I think Grimes is the one to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with Trump, I guess if I was on Trump's team, I guess he
Are
sort of got
you
it on
still
lock.
Grimes?
Yeah, I'm still Grimes.
Still
But
Grimes.
it's imagining another reality. Well, I'm picking between which Prez I'm going to be first lady of.
Right, okay, yeah.
This is a Grimes Biden campaign looks like skeleton, right?
Well, yeah, skeleton, rock, Kiss kind
That's
of Guitar
sort of-
Hero.
that's how
aesthetic.
Grimes
It's cool to be nearly dead.
Yeah.
The emo obsession with death.
That's
Cinco
the
de Mayo.
Grimes ex Biden collab, right? Grimes ex Trump. I mean, Trump's got a lot of his stuff on lock already.
Yeah.
You know, he's got his shit down.
Yeah.
But I guess I would try and sort of make it a bit more surreal. So I'd sort of like the hair.
Yeah.
Keep the hair.
Trump's hair.
But make the hair huge, right?
Yeah.
And then he's got like giant hand gloves as well and big shoes. So it's all big.
You're making him into a clown.
Yeah.
Now, look,
It's all big.
I could see some of the Biden collab, I could see it working, leaning into the he's nearly dead
Yeah,
thing, right?
yeah.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
just
maybe not.
elongating Trump's hair and hands is necessarily the best way. Well, I think you lean into the troll thing because he's
Yeah.
not. Trump is a pretty similar thing to Elon Musk.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I guess she's just got to like do the weird stuff that they were doing. Crypto invest. Maybe he needs to instead take Trump.
Techno Trump.
Take Trump exactly. Take Trump out of his more traditional investment because most of his is tied up in real estate. Take him into the crypto, the kind of trolly Twitter kind
Or
of
make
thing.
his like evilness cool. Like,
Yeah.
you're not a big Star Wars guy, but do you know when Darth Vader's mask comes off?
That's the second time someone's asked me that this week.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, someone-
They shouldn't be asking you that.
Well, yeah, no, I know. Well,
One person should ask you that a year,
I agree.
not twice
And it's
in
the
a week.
second time I've gone no. Well, someone said, "Oh, he looks like Darth Vader without his mask on," and I
Who
went,
said that?
"Adam,
Do you want me to show you a picture?
he already did." So now, and I said he actually looks exactly like Stellan Skarsgård in June, Baron Harkonnen. It's almost derivative. He's getting the picture up. There it is.
Yeah.
He looks like, doesn't he look like Stellan Skarsgård in June? Wait, go across. Second one. Doesn't that look like?
Yes, it does a lot actually.
Yeah.
Darth Vader getting.
But why were you? Who looks like that?
Well, there's a scene where you see the back of him with his head.
Yeah.
Right? I would do that with Trump because everyone knows
Right.
about the wig.
Yeah.
And the wig in many ways is like Darth Vader's mask.
Yeah.
So I'd have like the opening promo campaign.
And he takes it off.
Well, it's more that he's in the Darth Vader thing, and then it's like, and it
And
takes
it's Trump.
off. Yeah, it's Trump. So it's Trump's hair.
But when you say, is he in the mask?
Not in
You
the
said
Darth
he's
Vader
in the
mask.
Darth Vader
No,
thing.
his Darth Vader mask is his wig.
Agreed, yeah. But
So-
you said he's in the Darth Vader thing. He's not in the
He's
mask.
in there's this scene where he's like having it taken off and put back on
Right,
by
yeah,
machine.
right,
So it
yeah.
looks exactly like that. And you've got like machines lifting the mask off, spraying his head,
Yeah.
or like I don't know if his head has like warts on it or something. I don't know if you make
Well,
it,
maybe
like, cursed and cracked.
maybe we go for a Baron Harkonnen kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Like so fat he has to have those levitating things
He's
bringing
like
him around.
bathing in baths of oil.
Bathing in baths of oil, like just go for it. But
Yeah.
he's a troll. He's not
Yeah.
like but instead of this, he's not as serious as the Harkonnens. He's still a troll.
Well, I guess both of them would be going for evil aesthetic. So it would be like, I think that those
Yeah.
two campaigns against each other actually it would be like,
It might allow a third runner.
yeah. I guess the question of being politically homeless would become more prescient because you'd be like, I literally feel like
No one's.
I don't feel like anyone represents
one's
me, and
making
I
out
feel
with this.
I feel like both of the main parties are quite evil.
One of
And then
them's
you look-
leaning in.
It's like, "Ah!"
One of them's based on his aesthetic on literally a terrible Baron from a book.
You can barely breathe. He's,
And
this
he's
big, fat
he's
slug,
so overweight and greedy that he's had to be taken about by these.
bathing in oil.
And the other one is leaning
Yeah.
into the fact that he's basically dead.
Yeah, I think
Well, it's truthful. It'll be truthful, won't
yeah,
it?
exactly.
How often do you get politicians telling the
Yeah.
truth nowadays?
mainstream politicians, eh?
Never. They're all liars.
I had a conversation with someone 2 weekends ago who was a big moon landing guy. Yeah, loved the moon landing. He was
Truther or
No, he wasn't a truther. He was maybe his like autistic special interest was moon landings.
Yeah.
I riled him up with a great one.
special trait.
So I was getting him talking about it and listening hard, and I was like, do you know what I like most about
Yeah.
what I'm most jealous of, like Neil Armstrong and that? It must have been amazing to get to work with Stanley Kubrick. And then he's talking, and then it takes him 3 seconds, then he stops. And it pissed him off. He doesn't know how to deal with it because
that's
I dropped
Yeah,
it so calmly as if it was
Yeah.
like a fact, like a bit of trivia.
And I guess that
And it was like a why I oughta.
Yeah.
There was a real feeling of why I oughta suck
because
this
what
guy.
that also does is it suggests that you think that he think that we're
Yeah.
agreeing.
I made it as if that was a...
Yeah, just like we all like he's a moonlander buff. Yeah.
And he couldn't explain to me that it was real because he knew that I was sort of joking. So I trapped him. I
Entrapment.
I entrapped him.
Entrapment.
Because
You entrapped
it was a tough situation for him to get out.
Yeah, that is.
Because I was
Yeah.
staring at him and I was playing it straight. So it was like...
Yeah.
Because you know, it's like, if I react, this is embarrassing. But if I act like he's saying that, then he's got a perfect counter. So...
It's true. Well, you're just like poking him in a place that hurts, and I actually think that's quite me.
Really? No, I think it's admirable.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You know, we've discussed this.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
I think it's very feasible. It could be.
So Tom Hanks went on The Rest is History to talk about the moon landings. Because
Did he?
Yeah.
What?
Because he's promoting...
Well, that's mental.
Yeah, he's promoting... it's like getting like Bradley Cooper on to talk about the American Civil War.
Yeah. Or the rest is politics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper. The rest is politics.
It's because...
With the English blokes.
In somewhere near King's Cross, they're making like a moon landing exhibition.
So why is
And Tom Hanks is the narrator of it.
right? Thanks for the you got to do the link.
Yeah.
You got to do the link there.
And so... But then I was listening to that and I was like, I don't know if you could have Tom Hanks. It just feels like it can't be fake if they're doing that.
What?
It can't be fake
If they're doing what?
well, they're doing a whole...
Who's they?
Tom Hanks.
Why
Hanks
has Tom
and Claire.
Hanks got such an integral part of the?
Well, if they're doing an exhibition, an interactive exhibition...
I'm gonna have to ask who they is.
Whoever set up this exhibition, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
If they're doing an exhibition
Yeah.
about the moon landings in detail, and then you've
Yeah.
got Tom Hanks narrating it, then you've got Tom Hanks going on The Rest is History,
Yeah.
and they're discussing bit by bit, I just feel it's unlikely that it was fake, you know?
Because
I would stop bringing it up so much if it was fake.
now, the
Or
US
do you think it's the
government,
counter?
the US government isn't putting up this private exhibition in
No,
King's Cross.
they're not.
So it's a private citizen who's got an interest in the moon landing who's putting it up.
I guess so.
If it was NASA,
Yeah.
keeping on doing how many museums does NASA have?
Yeah, that's
Zero.
true. It just feels they've made so many movies about it now.
Yeah, because that's part of the reason they would fake it
Yeah.
is to be able to make movies about it, about
Yeah.
American triumphalism.
Yeah.
Fuck the Soviets. Look at us. We can get to the moon quicker. I'm not saying it didn't happen,
Yeah.
but nor am I saying it definitely did.
I think you should go to that exhibition. I haven't been, but I think it would really change your mind on some things.
Do you reckon? Tom Hanks. I think the fact that it's Tom Hanks makes it even easier to not believe it.
Yeah.
Because like if it's concerns that it was like the Hollywood machine that created this falsehood, then to have Tom fucking Hanks telling me the truth. Is he? Is he really?
There's just so much information about it. There's so many facts about it.
Yeah.
About the steps, and then you think they just made that all up.
I don't think that.
You know that.
I know, no, I don't think it. As I say, with the moon landings, I'm the.
You're 50-50.
I might be 50-50. No, I lean towards truth, I guess. But like you think whenever we get to these conspiracy things, you think that like everyone's an idiot.
Yeah.
Like people.
I think that's stupid as fuck.
What's stupid?
Bush did 9/11 and fake moon landings are both really thick.
Why thick?
It's stupid. It's not.
I think
true.
it's stupid to have like because your thing about like there's no chance. You said there's no chance that it is. I'm like that's thick. That's a thick thing to say that there's no chance. Then you just mindlessly believe everything. That's a different thing.
Well, look, there's a chance. Yeah, I guess there's a chance of everything. Yeah, and in that sense,
when there's such a but like how politics works, like there's been so many fucking lies, so much deceit. Why is it? Why can this a 0% chance? That's
no,
mental.
it's not 0%. It's like a 0.5%.
That's mental.
Yeah,
that's mental.
It's just so unlikely that it's true. Just with the amount, it's. I just feel like the cover up is so crazy.
The cover up is fair, yeah, but there doesn't have to be that many people in the room for it. The cover up would be impressive.
Wait. So when you say in the rooms, you mean there's like.
By the way, I don't
when they're like beaming the.
By the way, when we do this, I just have like for the moon landing, I think is 80% it did happen, but I reckon 20% didn't.
Wow.
But that's a good amount because you don't. I appreciate that I'm never going to know the truth, and nor are you.
What percentage Bush did 9/11? What you want on that?
Like 1%.
1%.
That one's very low.
Yeah.
That's a big, but that's like because that doesn't make as much sense. The moon landing makes sense.
Okay. What video did you watch?
None.
No, it was just.
I genuinely don't because I just with the idea that because I was learning about the space race and the importance of that, I was like, of course they could fake it, and it's so easy to fake it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
No one would know. As again, 80% I think it happened, 20% not. But with the importance of the space race, what the shit that they did in the Cold War, why would they not fake it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. What other conspiracy theories do you have?
I don't have.
Do you have any other big ones? Well, I don't know what the big ones are.
I don't have
JFK
that one.
assassination, I guess. There's stuff.
No, I don't really have any of those. No, but I go into things. I wouldn't call myself a conspiracy theorist at all.
You're a skeptic.
I'm a skeptic.
Yeah.
But I go into things like we just never know the truth, and like studying history, shit comes out that you're like had no idea about that.
Yeah.
I think you shouldn't.
My big thing is always the cover up. The scale of cover up. It's just more like a practical reasoning thing. I just think there's loads of shit they did cover up.
Fucking UFOs, man, they're real now. I didn't believe in that.
But UFO doesn't mean aliens.
I know, but UFOs. The government made people look mad who were talking about UFOs. That is a fact that has now come out.
Yeah.
UFOs, that would have been very low down on my things of believing in. I went, UFOs, absolute nonsense.
But
everyone who sees them is bollocks.
But
they're true. They're real.
If someone had said...
Probed by aliens.
The chance that people have seen an unidentified flying object, you wouldn't say that's
UFOs.
Yeah, you wouldn't say that's nonsense because you would agree that there's a huge chance people have seen.
But you've seen the UFO. Louis Theroux, like in one of his weird weekend things, goes to UFO like people, and they're done in the same way. They're ridiculed. They've been consistent. People that have spotted UFOs have been consistent.
But if it was
by the US government,
if it was posed to you, do you think people have seen unidentified flying objects or just weird things in the sky? You wouldn't say that's crazy.
No,
because these aren't. You're not seeing flying saucers with blip, 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 blip,
blip, blip, blip. No, but that's what
you're like. That's fucking weird. That could be.
No, but the whole thing that came out of the US, they looked like there was some sort of craft to it. It wasn't like meteors. No. They were flying objects. Implies that there's a thing to it. That's come out.
Yeah,
that's the kind of shit. I'm like, I would never when I was younger. I'd have been like, it's bollocks. But now. It's fucking true. There's been a cover-up in the US government about UFOs.
Yeah.
Why can there, like, the space landing on the moon, it could fucking absolutely.
But then think about the cover-up for UFOs. That's a completely reasonable thing to cover up. You can understand the cover-up. Like
What do you mean? The scale?
Well, yeah. So, like, one guy sees a craft.
Yeah.
And then
loads of people have, but they've been made to seem insane. That's part of conspiracy theory things.
But that's not a crazy cover-up.
What do you mean?
That's not the hardest
Like
thing
the
to cover
amount?
up. Yeah. That's
No, it's not.
That's not a hard cover up. So I can completely understand that. It's only the scale of cover up and the stakes. And
Yeah.
the stakes aren't that high with the UFO because it's nothing concrete at the moment. Could be.
I agree, but espionage, people keep secrets all the fucking time for the good of their country, and you have
Stuff like that, I
clearance of
completely
that.
understand,
But
though.
you have truthers in it who have come out, and there are breaks in the cover up. It hasn't been perfect,
But like
that's why it
a
exists.
mainstream, the biggest event, you know.
Yeah.
That's just
But just
crazy.
because of the significance of the event doesn't mean the cover-up's bigger. It's
Yeah.
about the scale of the operation. And there's people, like, think about the espionage in, like, warfare. There's definitely war shit that loads of people know about with a
Yeah.
huge scale that we'll never know because
Yeah.
that's covered up.
That's true.
Government's a pretty efficient machine most of the time. But then obviously there's cracks in the moon landing cover-up because people have come out and said shit.
What they said.
I don't know specific. I'm not mental. I don't know. Well, General Pocket Man. General Pocket Man. What the fuck was that?
insane.
General Pocket Man said this. No, just like
There's
I
definitely
don't,
some weird things going on. I'll give you that.
yeah, but that's my level of interest in the moon landing.
Yeah.
I'm like, it could I'm 80% it did
Do you
happen.
want it to be fake?
A bit.
Yeah.
But not, no, I don't actually. It was such a sick moment in human history.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be
Netflix
fake.
documentary would be just kind of
It'd be annoying if it's right.
yeah. Well, just you know that they're gonna make one.
Oh, God,
covering
yeah.
the moon.
Well, they already
Well,
have.
that'd be a good one actually, because that'd be such a mad one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hope it did happen. It was a big moment. It was like one of the coolest moments in human history ever.
Yeah.
And if the Americans just like nicked that, because we would get there eventually.
Yeah.
And if they just nicked it by going like,
Yeah, it was
we
just
want to get
kinda
there
shit,
first,
yeah.
we're gonna fake it.
Yes, I think Bush did 9/11. Maybe really objectively would be quite fun, but
If it
I
was
think-
real.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
think the fallout would
Well,
be
that's
too
like-
upsetting.
Well,
and-
that's could be the collapse of
Yeah.
like America.
yeah.
'Cause
And I
that's
just
like-
think practically that I just like I'm trying to live my life. I don't want the collapse of Western civilization. Do you know what I mean?
I've got a podcast
Yeah, exactly. But for the T,
for the T is big.
George Bush doing 9/11.
Big T.
That's
Like the heart of evil. That's like maybe the biggest betrayal any politician, any
Yeah.
leader has ever done.
and we get the files of what was actually said in his ear.
Yeah,
And
and,
it's
he just
pss,
went
pss,
poo poo pee. And he just has to go.
Because he knows.
He knows.
He knows that when this guy
fairness-
says poo poo pee pee.
Fairness, what they would have said?
What?
Operation successful.
Yeah, probably. Operation knock down the two towers. Successful.
Operation.
Secret operation to knock down twin
Yeah,
towers.
make it look like completed and successful. Many dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the no, that's the most ridiculous one.
Yeah.
But I think that'll be too much. if that
Earth
was
is
true.
flat.
What about that one?
Well, I guess you got two things because none of these you want them to be real because the ramifications would be so upsetting.
Oh, if it was real.
Yeah.
That's a breakdown of the world.
Yeah, because then I guess what would be funny about that is you have the absolute idiots who believe it.
Yeah.
It would just.
But
have
they're going
it
up
would have
against-
it would be like
Yeah.
the pyramids of society would flip.
Because the reason I am 100%, well, you know what, 99.5% that the Earth is round,
Yeah.
is because I believe in science and scientists.
Yeah.
I can't prove to you right now that it is, but I believe in scientists that tell me that it is.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm going up against for like America landing on the moon is American government. Why would I believe them? Do you know what I mean?
But I guess when you're out at sea, you see the Earth
Yeah,
curve down.
yeah, I guess so,
like-
but that's not-
scientific.
Is it?
The moon is round.
The
sphere.
existence of
The moon looks spherical,
the moon looks round.
and it feels weird that all planets.
But like an
would be-
eclipse as well. That kind of adds up in it being
and it feels
round.
like
Anyway.
all planets would be round.
Yeah.
Why would ours be a
It
disc?
feels right, but that's not gonna.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
what we've said. There is a conclusive proof, but
Yeah.
it's it's obviously that. But so that the problem with that one.
But when I was like 4, I probably thought the Earth was flat.
right,
Not like deeply, but
that's
you
just
just kind of
because you know,
conceive of space.
because you were learning to
Yeah.
interpret stimuli.
Yeah.
is what you were doing there.
yeah,
But no, this one. So that one would be worse, and why it's nonsense compared to. It's all about who are you trusting in these things.
Yeah.
I trust scientists. most of the time trust that all scientists agree. So then, if that was proved true, then it topples everything, because then it's like we can't even believe in these guys.
yeah.
That's the end of shit. Then you're like, well, what science is true?
Yeah, well, flat Earth would be so much bigger than any sort of like.
It would be the biggest thing. in the
It
world.
wouldn't be like minor political things of this age. It would be
Yeah.
multi-age age.
It's all over. It's like it's for centuries.
We live on a disc.
We live on a disc. I think I would immediately be like, "What do you mean?"
I
It'd be
guess
terrifying.
for the tea, that would be
Tea's big.
fun.
Tea,
I
the
mean,
biggest-
it's really upsetting.
What would I
But
think
the
we're trying to
tea would
find
be
the
unreal.
best one to be true without. So
But-
you want good tea, but without it
No,
destroying
no.
everything.
I think you have to kind of tea destroying everything. You have to take that out of it a bit because then,
For the tea?
then you don't want any of it.
It's just the tea.
Just for the tea.
Obviously, Earth is flat. That's the biggest tea ever because that's the only one that involves everyone. It literally involves everyone, unless
Yeah.
I don't know, like if Scientology is real. Or
Well,
something.
just the podcast after that, the fucking what social
The
media will be
Earth
like.
is flat. It would be
Because there was
unbelievable.
a lot of tea almost when COVID was
I actually
happening.
don't know how we cope.
Yeah.
It would be one of the most unbelievable
Because
things.
it felt mad with the early days of COVID and all that shit happening, and the early days of the Ukraine war.
Yeah.
It just all felt mad.
Well, I think everyone would try and rush to the edge of it.
What? Like it would
the
be
world.
It'd be hordes of. You're imagining with pitchforks and.
Yeah. Trying to break the edge, trying to make it round.
You're imagining it as this sort of mindless horde. It's not people booking a flight there and having a. It's
Yeah.
You're imagining it as just. Oh, they're just. loads,
sprinting.
loads of them are dying because they're
why-
like falling off. They're falling into the water. They're just. There's like a ferry captain. One at a time. One at a time. Get out!
Just taking their anger out at the edge. Well, what do flat earthers say to
They
the...
say it's like an ice ring.
Yeah, but why have...
It's basically Antarctica all the way around the edge.
Yeah, but so why hasn't anyone seen over it?
Well,
But that's
because
why...
it's been protected by NASA.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, so they're saying there's secrets to the edge. So it's basically NASA
Right.
stops you looking at the edge.
It's always NASA, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
what it comes down to. Yeah, okay.
That's what they say.
Yeah, deranged, isn't it, that one?
I've got to go to a gig. So goodbye. Peace be with
Bye.
you, and also with you.
Oh,